Hello and welcome to Wanjiro Space. I am Wanjiro Mungai. For most of us, whether it is in our own homes or you have been invited, when food is presented, all we do is eat. You don't give it much thought. You're like, yeah, here is food, and so let's dig in, let's enjoy. But there are some people who actually have problems with food. I want us to talk about eating disorders today. These are conditions, and they are very serious, about behaviors that are related to how we eat, leading us to even fearing eating this food. And you know what? When you have to be thinking about how, the food will affect you, then it becomes very dangerous for your health, physically and mentally. We may have heard about these food disorders, but I want us to talk about just 3 of the most common. There is anorexia nervosa, or just anorexia. There is bulimia, and there is binge eating disorder. So we shall look at each one of them. These problems normally develop during the teen and young adult years. So we focus so much on the weight, the body shape, and the food itself. So the symptoms vary. People with anorexia have extreme low body weight. They go to any extreme to reduce weight because they have this intense fear of weight gain. They go to the mirror, and guess what? The image they see is that of a big person, but they are extremely small, very thin. But this is not to say that everybody you see who is small-bodied has anorexia. No. What is the other thing they do? They use excessive exercise so that they don't gain any weight. They use laxatives so that anything that can bring about weight is controlled. They eat small amounts of food, or sometimes they just starve themselves. So when you see somebody next time and they are small, please don't go commenting about, are you anorexic? It's not kind, because this is a problem. The second one, bulimia. The difference between bulimia and anorexia is that the one who has bulimia will eat a lot of food, but they purge. They induce vomiting. And this makes them feel guilty. Sometimes they are embarrassed. So what they do, they'll do this in hiding. That is the main difference. They both want not to have any weight gain, but this one wants to eat, like you want to eat junk, whatever makes them happy. High fat food, yeah, and a lot of sweet things, because they crave that, but they want to again vomit all that, so that nothing is left. Sometimes they may be small or just slightly overweight, but they also have the distorted image, like, I am big and I want to remain small and I want to maintain this shape. Now that is bulimia. The third one is a binge eating disorder. For this one, they overeat. They eat too much and at very short intervals. It could be a shorter 2 hours, and they can't control themselves. They keep eating. They eat even after they feel full. Actually, you are feeling uncomfortable, but you continue to eat, and they can't stop themselves. These ones don't, they are not like the ones who have bulimia that they want to purge. They do not vomit. They just continue to eat and eat and eat. But they also get the guilt. They feel the guilt and they feel embarrassed. So what they do, they eat sometimes in hiding. They don't want to be seen eating like this. They want to eat on their own. They want to eat alone. You can now see why these are problems. We said this normally happens in teenage and young adulthood. So as parents or just friends who live with these people, How do you, notice? How do you get to know that these things are happening to your loved ones? Be on the alert and look out for some red flags. For example, if somebody does not want to eat with the rest of the family, ask yourself why. If they are making their own meals after everybody else has eaten, maybe even eating at night when everybody has gone to sleep, again, ask yourself why. These people, even when they are eating with the rest of the family, they will excuse themselves to go to the washroom. Do you know why? To go and purge that food, maybe. They will be obsessed with their weight, complaining that they are fat. And you're looking at that fat, you can't see it. But they are seeing it in their mind. That's why they need our help. If somebody is eating large amounts of, the fatty foods or the sweet foods, you can be concerned. There's nothing wrong with eating junk once in a while. By the way, it's not just our children who love junk. Adults do. We eat junk and we enjoy. So I'm not saying that anybody who is eating junk has bulimia. No. We can indulge once in a while. But when people are skipping meals also, giving excuses, be concerned. If they are exercising excessively, be concerned. I know most of us think that you go to the gym to lose weight, but no. We go to the gym to keep healthy, to keep our bodies healthy, even our mental health. But if it is happening to somebody and you're thinking, they look so small, what are they going to lose? No, sometimes you may just be slender, but you want to be healthy, so you exercise. But for the people with these eating disorders, they will do this to avoid gaining any weight whatsoever. For the bulimic and the anorexic person, because for the binge eater, they do not want to lose any weight. It's just that they can't control their eating. Now that we know that these eating disorders are serious problems, what are the risks? Number one, they are health problems. These people can get dehydrated. They can have constipation like throughout, for the anorexic and the bulimic person. They can actually have bone issues, osteoporosis, and all these things. So it is serious. For those of us who may think that it is even funny to talk about anorexia and bulimia, it is a serious thing. These guys are not even getting the nutrients they're supposed to have in their bodies. So you are lacking so much in your system, so you also have digestive problems. Yeah. Then because of, when you keep inducing that vomiting, you bring out that acid into your mouth, so you actually erode your tooth enamel. So you see, these are serious things. Remember, we say they suffer some guilt and some shame. It can also lead to depression. It can lead to social isolation, so that they are not involved in social activities. They isolate themselves. They get lonely. If somebody is isolating themselves, then obviously they have relationship issues. And that is not healthy for anyone. We all want to, we want to belong to a group, to a family. If you're eating alone in hiding, you see, you're not part of the family now. So you also have anxiety. So these people, because of the social problems, they can turn to substance abuse, just to keep themselves busy and maybe try to feel like there's something I can do for myself, but the wrong thing. What we are saying, because of all the problems of, the health problems it can cause, it can actually also lead to death. I know, this is a serious matter. So how do we help as family, as friends? You can talk to your child about their eating habits, if you notice what I just said. You can talk to them about a healthy body image. Because what they see on social media is what again causes them to do some of these things. Then you as a parent, will not be dieting in front of your kids, because our kids don't do what we say. They do what they see us do. If you notice that your child has this problem and it is getting too serious, take them to a doctor. Because again, you don't diagnose these things at home. They need a proper diagnosis to be, stated as a disorder. You don't just diagnose yourself. You can also seek mental health professional advice. But most importantly, we are going to support our own. Those that we live with and those that we work with, we have these issues everywhere. So we are going to support each other by being compassionate, so that when you talk to somebody about this, if you notice they have it, you don't accuse them. You do it with compassion, you do it with empathy, and they might just accept treatment by the approach that you use. One thing we are not going to do, please, don't call people thin, don't call people fat. That, why are you so fat? And maybe somebody has this disorder. Why is your child so thin? Why is your child so big? You do not know what they are going through. And even if you are a family member and you cared enough to know, then there is a way. Make your language, sound like you're a caring person. Don't just drop words that hurt others. If you're going to have to improve other people's lives, especially these things that, concern our mental health, then let us choose our language also. Let us choose our approach in a loving way, and we might change. It may not be 2 lives, but 1 life. And that is why we are here. Mental health awareness and life skills. I'll stop here. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers and my viewers. I appreciate you. Remember to hit the notification bell. Remember to leave a comment and share this video widely. Until next time, bye-bye.